Howdy everyone. Bill's got another great recipe for you, and I hope we're going to have as much fun making this as everything else I do. So this is really cool. So I had a leftover chicken tender and I wanted something for lunch today, let's be honest. And I was like scavenging around. So what I'm going to make is it's like a chicken tender in a roll with my coleslaw. And you know, it's funny because I just realized I've never made my coleslaw, and it's like this family secret, and everyone loves it. My daughter eats it all the time, gives it to her kids, and so I always meant to show you this, never had a chance. So first I'm going to start off. I got chicken tender. It's a little, you know, it's had a rough life because you know it was a leftover. I'm going to throw it in the oven. I got 350, and it'll be all nice and heated through by the time I get the coleslaw done. So let's get this in the oven. Alright, coleslaw, right? Well, you know I'm going to make it a little differently because the coleslaw mixture I use is kind of unique. Alright. Yeah, so what we're going to start off with here. Yeah. I'm looking all over for it. A black pepper. Let's get a little black pepper in there, right? Gotta have a little black pepper, and I knew I'd forget if I didn't do it first off. Then what I got some red onion that's all chopped up. Probably don't need all of it, that's probably good. I got some jalapeno I chopped off, and I did seed this because I didn't want seeds, but if you want a little hotter, you don't have to cut all the vein out. And I'm going to put a little of that in because that's my favorite part. Then I got celery seed. Always have to have something different, right? And we're just going to put like half a teaspoon in there. Frank's hot sauce, right? So I want a nice tablespoon of Frank's in here. Always keep Frank's in the fridge. Alright, I need a little chili powder. Any kind will do, it's just for a little color flavor. About a teaspoon. I need some red wine vinegar. And I figured out you really want about 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. And I chopped up some cilantro. I'm only trying to make enough for, you know, like this one sandwich, so it doesn't have to be a whole ton of it. And we're going to put some mayonnaise in because we're going to get the first part started, and then we're going to add the coleslaw. We might have to add more. I just want to get this, see where we're at. So I don't want to go crazy on the mayo, just enough to mix it. And it's going to be a little wet because we haven't put the coleslaw mix in, right? And so I need just a tiny bit more. That's a beauty right there. Smells really good. It's going to be really good. So, got my coleslaw mix. I'm actually making this for dinner tonight, but this was kind of the first kind of experiment. I don't want something to eat right now. You know, sometimes when I plan something for a meal, I pick out the big yucky pieces. I'm thinking I gotta have it before dinner. I We're gonna try it, right? Got to test market it, or test kitchen it. Doesn't that look pretty? Ooh. All right, so we're gonna set that aside. Let's get back to what we were doing. Because I bet you that chicken's about halfway to being right. So I have a roll, and this is more like a hoagie roll, I guess you'd call it. I love these because you can just pack them full, so they make really good hot dog buns. Because you gotta put a bunch of stuff on it. Like if I make like a Johnsonville sausage or anything else, these are just the bomb, okay? Believe me, trust me. So of course you know me. I got a little cheese here, and what's the cheese gonna do? It's gonna keep it from getting soggy, right? And fill the little holes. Now I need to grab my cookie sheet. Stick the roll here on it. Back in the oven. So, I wanted to bring up something else that I was thinking about today. So, sometimes you have stuff in the cupboard. You're not really sure how long it is. Expiration dates are not always a real truthful thing. If you go on YouTube, man, there's a lot of information from some pretty smart people about it. Obviously your Frank's is going to start to turn color. You do keep it in the fridge. Once you open it is when the timer starts. So, and I'm just looking at this trying to figure out. Yeah, I mean this stuff's good for like 2 years. All right. But what I do, I always write down when I bought it. So the other thing is that I go in spurts with is vinegar. I use red wine vinegar mostly because I like it. You'll actually see like sediment in it will start to develop. So I like having a clear bottle. It's funny that this brand uses glass. Most of what I buy is plastic, but this was on sale. And once again, here's my when I bought it date. And trying to see. Oh yeah, this is good for like 4 years, right? Your spices and seasonings. They just get clumpy. They tend to get clumpy, and there's some clumps in here. But I use this for chili. When I make chili, I use like half a cup or so because I make a big, huge pot of it. The other thing is that people never think about is I used to buy the big, huge jugs of olive oil, but if I had a slow time where I wasn't using it, any kind of oil goes rancid, and you can tell you'll smell it. It smells bad. So just keep that in mind. So I tend to do the BOGOs, the smaller bottles, and because it's really, like I said, the clock starts when you open it up. I remember as a kid, olive oil, people either bought a little teeny bottle because they didn't know how to use it, or bought a big tin can thing. I forget, they're probably half gallon or something, and yeah, that's great for a restaurant, but most people couldn't use that much at home. So just throwing it out there, there's just some things that you really don't want in huge, huge volume. All right. I'm staring at the clock and I got like 30 seconds more. So just remember, this is really cool. If you so desire, you could always throw some pickles in it or something. I just like it the way it is. And like I said, I always like to get the roll, get some cheese melted on it, and it'll keep the bun nice and warm and toasty, and the cheese melted. Any kind of cheese will work. If you only have grated cheese, you can make that work too. It's a little tougher. Sliced cheese is always easier. But I usually have sliced cheese in the fridge. So, timer's almost done. Let me take a peek. We have liftoff. Let me grab it. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Let's see if I can do this without like burning my fingers off. Yeah, toasty, toasty. All right. It smells really good. This is really fun. Now here's the really great part. So there's no such thing as too much. So what you do is you serve some Fritos with it, and whatever falls on the plate, you can scoop up with your Fritos. And so go ahead and make a little bit of a mess. Make sure you get all those flavors in there. Just go a little crazy. And coleslaw is good for you, right? So, what do you think about that? I mean, doesn't that look beautiful? Wouldn't you just love to bite into that right now? I'm going to. So, this was just something simple I wanted to show you. Hope you've learned something. Hope you've had some fun today. And appreciate y'all. Got some real solid listeners or viewers, and doing a great job. Listeners, I was a DJ 100 years ago when I was in college. Anyway, so try little things like this, have fun, make something a little better for lunch. It's going to be a rainy day here, so I just thought this would be something that would be easy, get me a little belly full. I missed breakfast this morning because I was too busy setting up my new internet. Anyway, so I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and please comment. I'll see you later. Have a great day.